Thank you. You're not gonna wish that on them. No. JC travel partners. Floyd got active misdemeanor warrants in America. No, you're not on a run, right? You're not on a run out there, and from America, right?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. You're not. He don't got no warrant. JC travel partners. God damn it. He's just coming up here to help you guys. Say, felonious Floyd is lying raised. He hates black women. Now,
hi guys. So Floyd was on Razor Raises live explaining why he went out on a date with a black woman, with a black Latina, a black Colombian woman. I mean, the whole idea of a black man justifying, explaining why he went out with a black woman is by itself disgusting, right? I mean, you are a black man going out with a black woman is, that you don't need to explain that. That should come naturally to you. The fact that her race, her skin color was visible to him tells you, a lot about Floyd. But yeah, so he was on Razor Raises live explaining why he went out with a black Colombian woman. And, you would think he's gonna say, he liked her, she's good looking, or, he went out with her because he liked her personality, she had good communication skill, No. He said the reason he went out with her was to use her to prove that he doesn't hate black women. I mean, I'm like, what?
And I'm thinking, okay, she's black, she's a black woman, right? So
right.
That was a plus for me because people say I don't date black women. They say I date white women. So I'm like, you know what? This will be a plus for me to get out, to get to know this woman. And it backfired.
It backfired.
Now,
he used another black person. A black person, used another black person to prove that he doesn't hate black women. I'm like, it is so strange. It's so disgusting. He's using a black woman to prove that he doesn't hate black women. I mean, the funny thing is, the irony is that explanation by itself proves that he doesn't like black women, because you wouldn't need to prove that you don't hate black women if you didn't hate black women. The fact that he has to use a black woman to prove that he doesn't hate black women is just proof that he doesn't like black women. But it's not even the fact that he went out on a date with a black woman to prove that he doesn't hate black women. It's not just that. But there are other proof that this guy doesn't like black women. There was this one live stream of Austin. If you watch Austin's live stream, he had this segment where he would, sign on Tinder and, bring the pictures of, some women on Tinder, and the panelists would rate the women. So one time he had this black girl, and everyone on the panel was like, wow, she is so beautiful. She is breathtakingly beautiful. They were like saying she's 10, she's 9, like everybody was rating her high. So they turned it to Floyd and asked him what he thought of her. And he said, well, he would have found her beautiful if she was white. That should tell you this guy doesn't like black women. I mean, he doesn't see beauty in blackness. For him, beauty only comes in one color, and that is white. He only sees beauty when it is wrapped in white skin. And so, that is, the reason we say that he doesn't like black women. It's not because he doesn't date black women. I am one of the people who think that, you not dating black women doesn't mean you hate black women. So the reason we say he doesn't like black women is because he himself said that he doesn't find blackness attractive. It's not just black women. It's not, this black woman or that black woman. He said he doesn't see beauty in blackness at all. So yeah, that this guy doesn't like black women, but to be honest, it's not just hating black women, right? because a lot of the passport bros do hate black women, but usually the passport bros, they value black men, but when it comes to Floyd, he doesn't even value black men. He was on Austin's live saying that white men were superior to black men. So, this guy doesn't just have a problem with black women or black womanhood. He has a problem with blackness as a whole, with the whole black people. So I'm not surprised that a person who thinks he is inferior to white men thinks that only women who are associated with white men are beautiful. So yeah. Anyways, so that's what he was saying. He said on Razor Race that he went out with this black woman, black Latina, to use her to prove that he doesn't hate black women. That whole idea is disgusting. It's offensive for a black man to say that he had to prove that he likes black women, which proves the other way actually, and that for a black man, it doesn't even have to be a black man, any black person to use another black person to prove that they like their race is offensive. It is disgusting. And what made me so more disgusting was the way Razor Rays was describing the woman. He made her look like she was like she was not on Floyd's standard, like she was way below Floyd's standard. And I'm like,
I even sent the video of what she looks like.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now, guys. I'm looking at research. I'm not going to show it up here, but I'm looking at it. And let me see how much of a beauty she is.
She's not that good looking, man. I was just desperate.
Oh man, Floyd.
Hey,
Floyd.
man.
Floyd, what is this, Floyd?
Oh man, she all right.
Oh my God.
Hey man, when you ain't had nothing, you gotta do what you gotta do. We all got slow Tuesdays, man. We all got slow Tuesdays.
Floyd, what is all right? She's chocolate. She's not even like vanilla.
Like Floyd is not a catch. The way they were describing this girl, it was so disgusting, to be honest. It was truly disgusting. And yeah, and then Floyd was embarrassed that he went out with this girl who was not good looking. I'm looking at him, I'm like, you are not a catch yourself. You cannot even look at this guy without getting disgusted. He was on Razor Race. The first time I watched the live, I was not really watching it. I was just listening to it while I was driving from San Diego to Los Angeles and then back. So I didn't really watch them. But today, while I was trying to get clip for this video, I was looking at Floyd, and you can see that he doesn't brush his teeth. So he's disgusting to look at. So the woman, the black girl, the black Latina, was actually dating way beyond her standard. So yeah, it's her who should be feeling bad for dating this guy, this disgusting guy. And of course, because this guy hates this black woman, he accuses this girl of trying to drag him.
You had an incident out there, so you want to go ahead and get to that incident? Let me the big screen. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get to it. Give me a minute. So I was on a date with this lady, and she was a black Colombian woman. I ordered a Sprite, and she ordered like some wine and some water. And we were conversating using the Google Translator because remember, I barely speak Portuguese. Yo hablo poquito español. So I literally was like, okay, I look to the right, and I saw her hand go and reach back, like she was like reaching over my drink. And at that point, what was going through my mind is she just tried to drug me. Without paying the tab, I just got up and left.
Mind you, we know that the whole story about, the girl attempting to drag him is a lie. And it's not even me saying that. It is his fellow passport bros saying that they don't believe him, because the way he told the story is absolutely, the story he told is not believable.
Man.
Yeah, man. Look, I was just starting to ask this guy some really simple questions. To be honest, I think he's lying. The fact that he said he caught at the last minute, or he assumed that she dropped something in his drink, it's all a lie. And the fact that he just got up without paying, that alone, the owner of the restaurant or the manager of the restaurant would have called the police on him. So nothing happened to him when he just got up and walked away and came back the next day to pay it. Come on, really?
And we know that's an invented story. And if you were going to invent a story about being an attempted dragging, he could have made the woman a non-black woman. But because he hates black women so much, he wants to blame black women for, a fake crime, a crime that never happened, a crime that was never attempted. But because this guy hates black women, he blames, a black woman for something that never happened. And it makes sense for him to blame, to make the criminal a black woman, because like I said, this guy hates black women. He hates black people in general. This guy has a very complex, a very big inferiority complex vis-a-vis white people. Yeah, and he hates black women. That's a provable fact right now. And people have been pressuring him to go to Africa, which I don't understand. Because some of the people that are pressuring him, that are trying to guilt and shame him into going to Africa, are Black American women that I respect. You should not be pressuring people like Floyd to go to Africa to prove that they don't hate black women. So we shouldn't, he shouldn't be pressured to go to Africa, but people are pressuring him to go to Africa, but it's obvious that he doesn't want to go to Africa because he is raising the fund to go to Africa. He's raising the fund on GoFundMe. He whenever he needs a fund, to go to travel to another country, he raises it on YouTube, because it's much easier to raise fund on YouTube on his live stream than it is on GoFundMe, because GoFundMe, very few people check it out, especially his supporters. A lot of them are not checking out GoFundMe to donate. When they want to donate, they donate either on his Cash App or on the Super Chat on YouTube, right? But because he doesn't want to raise the money to go to Africa, he is raising the money on GoFundMe. Whereas when he is traveling from one Latin America country to another, he has traveled to Brazil. He traveled to 3 or 4 cities in Brazil, and he traveled to Chile. He traveled to Colombia. Whenever he traveled to those countries and cities, and when he needed to raise money for the travel, he does it on YouTube. He does it on live. He goes on like 2-3 hours of begging. They call them, like his followers call it, begathon. He goes on a begathon, begging for money, asking for donation on live. But whereas the money he needs to travel to Africa is being raised on GoFundMe. So it tells you, he really doesn't want to go to Africa, and he shouldn't go to Africa. People should not be pressuring him to go to Africa. My whole channel is about keeping passport bros away from Africa, because Africa doesn't need this self-hating, black woman hating men. The passport bros, the average passport bro is black woman hating, but this Floyd guy hates black women more. His hate for black women is more than what the average passport bros hate. So yeah, we shouldn't ask him to go to Africa. And it is very disgusting that he is blaming a black woman for something that never happened. He could have made the fake criminal a non-black woman, and it probably would have been more believable if he said, a non-black Colombian woman tried to drag him, because most Colombian women are not black. So, but mind you, this guy has not been with a black. He has been traveling across Latin America for almost 2 or 3 months, and he has never been with a black woman. The one time he goes out on with a black woman, he blames her for a crime that never happened. So yeah, this guy is a self-hating, sambo. He hates black women. He hates black men. He hates blackness in general. So yeah, and we shouldn't ask him to go to Africa. Let me know what you think. Thank you. Bye-bye.